Oh, did I tell you guys about the dynastic war of chickens that my stepdad has in Puerto Rico on his property? Did I tell you guys about that? I think I did, but for the new people, so in Puerto Rico, right? It's so funny. It's so funny. So stepdad is white. How white? Arkansas white. Man is from the South. Man is so white. One of the whitest man. You know, that's my stepdad. He's so white. Blonde hair, blue eyes, from the deep South, you know? He's a farm boy. You know, he's very white, you know. So, they live on a hill in the mountains in Puerto Rico. And, he's the only white man in the mountains. So they just call him the crazy gringo that lives on the hill. He's just known as the crazy gringo, right? And, there's like, oh my god! Yeah, it's great. It's El Gringo Loco. Exactly. Yeah, cause he does like the white boy thing, right? Like he does his white boy things, his white boy he does his like yoga stretches and his morning runs around the property. And if you're in Puerto Rico and you see like a white man wearing no top, just shorts, running around doing yoga poses, you would call him El Gringo Loco as well. You know what I mean? Locally famous, you know? Yeah. So as you can imagine, the crazy mountain gringo, right? But he's great because he's really friendly. So sometimes the neighbors, there's this one neighbor that lives a couple houses down who was like an ex-convict, right? So he's like really gnarly looking, you know? The guy's been through life and his face looks like it. His wife left him and everything and he just lives alone in his house. Sometimes he'll show up and be like, he doesn't speak any English, by the way. And my stepdad does not speak any in Spanish. But somehow they communicate. He'll like go up. Yeah, it's not mean. He looks like he has scars on his face. He's missing some teeth. You know, he's been through some stuff. You know, he looks like hard boiled, you know, when somebody looks like he's been through the paces, you know, like he took a machete to the chest. That kind of, yeah. So that's what my neighbor looks like over there. And sometimes he'll come up. He's a really nice guy though. He's like a really nice guy. You can tell he's been through some rough things. He's chilled out over the years. But he'll come up and he'll need help harvesting plantains around the neighborhood. And so my stepdad would go with him and they would like harvest plantains and somehow talk to each other and share beers with each other without understanding a word each other's saying. It's kind of wholesome. They're like, they don't need a language. They have their cerveza and then everything is fine. It's great. Yeah. But the dynastic war. So in Puerto Rico, chickens are feral. So they introduced chickens and they've thrived on the island. So everywhere you go, there's chickens. And you're like, whose chickens are those? They belong to no one. They are wild, right? They're just out there. They're everywhere. So, on the property, there's a lot of chickens, right? And then there's like a rooster who wouldn't stop yelling straight into my mom and my stepdad's bedroom until one day they got really sick of that rooster, right? And my stepdad went out there and murdered the chicken. Murdered the man. Little did he know that the rooster had 2 sons. So now the roosters, right? So they made caldo, caldo de pollo out of it, like chicken soup out of it, right? So that rooster had 2 sons, right? Yeah, caldo de pollo, right? So there's a dynastic war. Pretty much. So now the sons will both yell into the room, and then whenever my stepdad stands up, they run away. It's like this whole, he's killed another one, but it seems like they had more babies. The dynasty continues. The dynastic war continues. Okay? Yeah, the chicken and Shiina stepdad turf wars continue to this day. Yeah, the eternal revenge. Yeah. Yeah. He got so tired of him, my stepdad, that he leaves out cat food. So now there's like a couple cats that hang around the property and keep a lot of the chickens away. So they're not like, it's getting better. It's getting better. So the cats are helping control the situation. Yeah. There's a lot of like feral cats in Puerto Rico too. So yeah, cat. Yeah, so there's like a couple cats that will come onto the property and yeah. He hired bodyguards. The paid goons. The Godfather. It's like the Godfather. Oh my god. Turf wars, for real. The goons! You know the goons meant something else before the freaking Zoomers took it over to mean something else? Goon meant something else. It meant something else in the past, chat. It didn't mean touching your sausage, okay?
My fellow brothers, in the face of our common dangers, in this winter of our hardship, remember these timeless words, as we can.